Hello and welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toy in here, and today I'm sharing a little bit of a case study. So I'm a full-time lecturer at a university, and I usually teach about 12 hours every single semester. So it typically breaks down to either 4 or 3 courses each semester. But I'm also a business owner, and I run a successful business called the Academic Society, and I've been able to grow that business beyond 6 figures. But today I want to do a little bit of an informal case study on my first digital product idea and my first passive income where I was actually making revenue consistently from that passive income stream and that idea. So if you're interested in that, definitely keep watching this video. All right, so when I got my job as a lecturer, I knew I needed something outside of academia to fill me. And when I was in grad school, I did have a blog, but I wanted to take blogging a little more seriously. I wanted to turn it into a business. So I actually created a digital product, and that's actually not the one I'm going to talk about today. That one was unsuccessful, and I'll tell you why it was not successful. The reason why it wasn't successful was not because it wasn't a good product. It's a great product and people love it still today, but it wasn't successful because I really didn't understand selling, and I didn't understand how to sell things online. I never learned how to sell anything as a mathematician in grad school. So this was like a new area for me, and I didn't take the time to learn about online marketing and selling things online. I thought that if I had a great idea and a good product that people would like, people would find me and buy it, but that was not the case at all. So my first digital product was a collection of Trello templates. So Trello is an online organizational kind of management tool. And when I learned about it, I was like, I wish I had this as a graduate student. So I created some Trello board templates for graduate students to use to help keep their grad school life organized, to keep their degree program on track. And people love this product to this day. So I called that product the Grad School Toolkit. And because I didn't understand online marketing, no one bought it. Well, actually one person bought it, but I kind of chickened out. I was like, oh my gosh, no one's buying this. Maybe I should just give it away for free. So I actually refunded that one person who bought it for $9. I was like, thank you so much for buying this, but I'm actually going to start giving this away for free. So here's the refund. And actually just making it free didn't make people really want it at all either. I actually had to learn how to sell the free thing too. And once I figured that out, now over 816 grad students have access to my grad school toolkit. And I think that's so awesome. But if I didn't chicken out and I actually sold that template for $9, that would have been over $7,000 in passive income that I missed out on because I didn't understand online marketing and I didn't understand how to sell. And so this was back in 2017. So when I couldn't figure out how to sell this product and I couldn't figure out how to get people to get it for free, I was like, okay, let me take a step back. Let me learn a little bit more about this online marketing and also how to run an online business. So I would say if you're thinking about starting an online business, specifically a passive income online business, I think the biggest takeaway from this first portion of this case study is learning about online marketing is essential for selling online. So take some time to invest and learn about it. All right, so I did some learning. I still tried to sell as I was learning, but it wasn't until 2019 that I was confident. I was like, okay, I understand online marketing. I know what to do. I'm ready to try again. I'm ready to launch a digital product. But this time I knew so much more about my audience of grad students, what they wanted, what they were struggling with. So I think it's really, really important to understand who your audience is that you want to be selling to, because that's going to help you create the product as well as market the product. And I knew my grad students were reading all the time. And I was like, okay, they're already reading something. Let me try creating a book. So I actually wrote a book. Yes, me, a mathematician, very short on words. I actually wrote a book. It was called #GradBoss, a grad school survival guide. So on February 20th, 2019, I had a Facebook group called the Academic Society for Grad Students. I posted in that Facebook group. I was like, hey, you guys, I'm thinking about writing a book about surviving grad school. Number one, is this something you would be interested in reading? And number two, what kind of topics do you think I should cover in this book? And I got some comments. I got actually 8 comments of people saying that this is something they would be interested in. So I was like, okay, well, this is something they're interested in. Let me see if I can create something exactly for these people who are actually interested. And so My number two takeaway from this little case study that I'm doing is the thing that you're selling, it should be something that people already want. You don't want to have to convince someone to want your thing and then convince them to buy it. That won't really work. But if it's something they already want and you create it for them, it's a no-brainer for them to purchase. So all I had to do was deliver on what they told me that they wanted to see from me. So I did some brainstorming, some outlining, and after coming up with my finalized topics for the book, I went back to the group and I asked them, okay, here's the topics I'm thinking about. Is there anything in specific you want me to go over on these topics? And I actually got 10 comments, or 10 different ideas in the comments, and those became the 10 chapters of my book. And so I wrote the book over the summer and I launched it, and I can share that video in the description of this video about like the aftermath of me launching that book and how well it actually went. People really loved my book. They felt like it was something that was necessary. People weren't talking about what it takes to survive grad school. And even professors were purchasing the book for their students who were going into grad school. And I was like, oh my goodness, if other professors are deeming this like super important for grad students, I have like nailed it. So I was really excited about that book, and I actually had people purchasing it as soon as the book launched, and that was amazing. And so if you're interested about a little more stats, I'm going to share that at the very end of this video. So stay tuned to the end for stats on like the launch and how much money I made from the book and all of those things. Okay, so the book did well. The launch was great. People were buying it here and there, but I was like, I feel like I want to go deeper. I feel like the book just scratches the surface, and I feel like I can help graduate students on a deeper level if I dove even further into the topics that I talked about in the book. And so the third takeaway that I want you to take from this case study is your first digital product idea will probably not be your best digital product idea. You can always iterate, expand on, make the next step. And so that's exactly what I did. I was like, well, people are getting help from the book, but if I could go deeper and create an online digital course that dives deep into these topics, I think that would be great. So I created, from the ideas from that book, I created Grad School Prep, which is my course about surviving grad school that walks people through my grad boss method. And at first the sales were really great for the course, but then the sales started to become stagnant. And so what I'm thinking is the people who have been following along with me, they were the ones who purchased the course. But people who are brand new to me, they didn't really have a huge reason to trust me or know that the course was exactly for them. So my sales became a little stagnant. And so that's when I invested again. So invested in learning and getting to the next level, I think is so important. And so I invested in a program called Recurring Profit, which helps you take an online course or membership and scale it so that it makes you money every single month. So I enrolled in that 12-month group coaching program. And so one question that I had to answer during that program really kind of changed everything for me and made my course really, really successful. And so the question was, who would this course help the most? Like, would all grad students get the same level of value from this course, or are there specific grad students or grad students at a specific phase that would get the most value from the course? And that question was actually a game changer, because if I really thought about it, it's really the first semester of grad school that really kicks your butt and is like, oh, this is different. So what I decided to do was I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on incoming grad students. These are the people who kind of like are in the most need for this program. So instead of just saying this grad school prep program is for everyone who's in grad school, actually it's for people who've just been accepted to grad school and they want to know, like, what's the culture of grad school like? What am I expected to do? What should I do? And what should I like say, actually, this isn't okay, right? How do I manage my time? How do I handle imposter syndrome in grad school? And these are big questions for incoming graduate students. So I now had a way to market this program, this course. This is only for incoming graduate students, and it's to help incoming graduate students with their specific needs. So I was able to get more specific, and that really, really helps in online marketing. So the next takeaway that I would love people to get from this case study is specificity is the key to selling online. A lot of people fall in the trap of wanting to be super broad and like, I want to help everyone. This can help everyone. But it's so hard to market when you're selling to everyone. It's like, why should I go with you over the biggest names? But if you get super specific and help a very specific demographic, a very specific person, they're like, oh, no one else is talking to me. This is the one person who actually gets me. I need to buy this thing. And so that change of being more specific with who my target audience is for that course really blew up my business. The sales started rolling in more consistently, like every single month I would make sales for this course. Also, it led me to become an authority in this one specific area, preparing for grad school. So I was invited to talk places. I actually was able to create an even bigger program for an undergraduate group that I participated in that like really also blew up my business and took it to 6 figures. And so being more specific led to bigger opportunities for me and my business. And yes, my idea of a grad school survival guide, that was the book, and then became the course, that was profitable. It brought in over $13,000 in passive income, which is amazing. And because the best thing about passive income is you're getting that income without having to do like work immediately. You do the work beforehand and then the transactions just happen on their own. So I was able to make over $13,000 from that one idea that I iterated on. But then that idea brought me other business opportunity that led to over 6 figures every single year, which is so amazing. And I feel so honored and blessed because of that. So if you've been thinking that you want to create passive income and digital products could be in your future, I would love it if you join me this week on my YouTube channel. So I know a lot of academics have learned so much. You have so much to give. You want to create a bigger impact than what you're doing in your department. And you've had this idea for years, but you've never actually sat down and built it out. So I want to help you build it out. So this week on my YouTube channel, I'll be walking you through how to create your first or next digital product, and you can do it in less than 7 days. And so if you are concerned about being able to do this as a full-time academic, note that I have made my business semester proof, meaning that it doesn't matter how busy my semester gets, my business still runs on its own due to the systems and workflows and automations that I've set up. And so if you're interested and curious about how to do that, I definitely recommend checking out my free resource, Plan Your Semester Proof Business. I'll put a link for it in the description of this video. All right, so let me tell you about what's ahead this week. So I'll be posting videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of this week that will walk you through step by step how to create your first digital product in under a week. So if you're in, let me know in the comments that you're in. All right, let's talk about what we're doing every day. All right, so on Monday, we're going to talk about the specific types of digital products that are perfect for academics who want to build a semester-proof business. So I'm going to give you some ideas of things that you can create. And of course, there will be homework to get to the next day. On Wednesday, we're going to outline the content of your digital product. I know that fast. I'm gonna walk you through some mistakes that a lot of early digital product entrepreneurs make so you don't make those mistakes. And then finally on Friday, I'm gonna walk you through launching your first paid digital product. So if you're in, let me know that you're in. We're gonna get started on Monday, and if you miss it, I'll create a playlist on my YouTube channel where you can watch later. And so the final takeaway that I want to give you in this video is that a semester-proof business, so this includes a digital products business, passive income business, it really is the most efficient way to increase your income as a full-time academic. And so I'm excited that you're joining me on this journey because the fruits have been amazing. Okay, now I promised some more specifics and some takeaways, so thanks for sticking with me this long. Let's get into the details of this digital product idea that I just shared about today. All right, so I'm gonna pose these as questions and answers. So the first question, when did you create this digital product that brought over $13,000 of passive income? That was in 2019. And specifically, what was the product? Well, first, it was a book, a paperback book that I self-published on Amazon. So there are a lot of YouTube videos on how to self-publish on Amazon. And then also I created an ebook version that I sell on a different platform called Teachable. And then also I created a course version on a platform called Teachable. So those are the three versions of that idea. Paperback book on Amazon, ebook and course on Teachable. And I'll put links for Teachable in the description of this video. All right, next question. Did it cost money to make this digital product? And actually, no, not directly. It didn't cost any money to make. That's like a wonderful thing about digital products. The cost, like the initial cost to starting a digital product business is very low compared to physical products or like a brick and mortar business. And so that's why I love it, because the barrier to entry is very, very low, and like the financial commitment is almost non-existent. All right, so how did it cost me no money? Well, I wrote my book using a Google Doc and I got my friend to edit it. And so Amazon, they have these free templates that allow you to like copy and paste your book into it. So it has like the right sizing and like the titles and everything. So that was free to do as well. It was free to upload to Amazon for sale. So that part was completely free. When I created the course, I recorded the lessons on my digital camera. And so this is something that I did purchase for $600, but years beforehand, because I have a YouTube channel. So indirectly, there's the cost of the camera, but you can use a webcam or your phone to do videos. And so hosting on Teachable and hosting on Amazon is actually free to do, but they do take a percentage of your earnings. And so I guess you can call that a cost, but it doesn't directly come out of your pocket. It comes out before it gets to you. And then another indirect cost is how much I've invested in learning. So I've bought online courses, I've participated in group coaching, one-on-one coaching to help me grow my business. And so at this point, I've spent over 5 years, I've spent over $20,000 on investing in learning how to do this, because every time I've invested and it's been in alignment with what I want to do, I've seen so much reward from it. Like the learning that I get from someone else who's already done this has been so beneficial to me. It helped me grow so much faster than I would have if I just did trial and error myself. All right, so another question you might have is, how did you choose the price for these digital products? And so for me, for the book, I wanted to make about $10 per book sale. I felt like that was reasonable, just made it up out of thin air. And so with Amazon, because they take almost 50% of it, I decided to price the book at $19.99 or $20 on Amazon, so that Amazon gets $10 and then I get $10. But for the ebook, it only costs $10 because I get all of that money. And so my course, the price is $197, and that was mostly a recommendation from one of my business coaches, and I agreed with that recommendation. I do give a discount, like a coupon, to graduate students who make a decision quickly to purchase, so you can actually get $100 off and get the course for $97, because I know grad students are short on money. So that factored in, like, my audience. So something that is expensive to one person may not be expensive to another person. So that's why it's really important to understand who you're targeting with your digital product. All right, next question. How long did it take to make? So for the book, it took about 6 weeks to write the book. And for the course, it took about 3 days because I had all of the content and I just had to record and flesh out things. All right, final question is, how did you promote the products? Like, how did you do the online marketing? And so I created YouTube videos on my YouTube channel to talk about behind the scenes on the products, as well as share what the products are all about. Also, I shared it in my Facebook group. So I have a Facebook group for graduate students, and I would share information, and I actually brought them along the process of me writing the book. And so that got them really excited to purchase it and know that it was perfect for them. And then finally, I do email marketing. So I have people join my email newsletter, and I have automated sales funnel. So they get sales emails from me, and that's part of having a semester-proof business, is having that automation. And so I can help people make a buying decision, whether it's with me or not, via email without me having to do the work right then and there. I can set it up beforehand and then it does the work for me. And I literally get emails in the middle of class that someone has purchased something that I created, which is amazing. And so if you want more details on how I do that, I have a free resource called Plan Your Semester-Proof Business. I'll put a link for it in the description of this video, or you can go to theacademicsociety.com/weekend. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tune in on Monday. And so this is Monday, May 9th. The videos will live on my channel, so if you miss it, you can always check those videos out. I'll create a playlist for it. So thanks so much for watching and listening in on my first passive income, like, successful idea. And I'm so excited to help you create your own in this upcoming week. All right, have a wonderful day. I'll see you then. Bye.